What is up, everybody? I've upgraded this from yesterday, so let me just get this chat working. I still haven't figured that out, unfortunately, which is annoying, but I will get it, I promise. Close window. Let's try that again. Pop out chat. Beast. There we go. And then change that. There we go. Yes. Okay. How's it all going? How's everyone doing? Can you let me know if you can hear everything okay? Yeah, let me know if it all sounds good. You can hear my voice. And, oh, you're only hearing vocals on the left. Let's figure that out. Yeah, I can see that from my end of things. That's annoying. One sec. How about now? That should be better. Let me know if it's working properly. Are we fixed? Are we good? Let's see. Anyway, cool. Well, it's working. That's good. There might be a little bit of delay on your comments from my end of things because now I'm streaming in 4K. And if you've noticed, I've also, if anyone watched my stream yesterday, it was my test stream. So I'm getting into streaming more casually. So I set up a test stream yesterday, but today I'm doing it in 4K. I've got a nice little picture profile on my camera, so it's a little bit nicer looking. Built a little background there. And yeah, tried to make it a little bit more enjoyable. So yeah, today I'm messing with my plugin. I'm just doing some tone messing around with the plugin and stuff. Yesterday I was messing around with Cortex Control, showing people that. Yes, my name is Lebanese. Someone just asked me in the chat. But yeah, basically, there are two different ways that I can do the audio for streaming with guitar. One is through Cortex, where I can build presets in Cortex Control. It requires me to have a different setup template in OBS, which is the streaming software I'm using. But today, I'm doing it so that I'm going straight into my interface, which is the Universal Audio Arrow. And then I can play along with, I can play my plugin, which is what I'm doing here. So what you're hearing is vocal going through Quad Cortex and the plugin. And I can show you real quick. The only problem is that when I change it to Cortex Control, the microphone will go onto one side, which is annoying. It's just the way it's rigged up currently. It's temporary, so you have to bear with. Anyway, so I'm going over onto the left now, the right, I think. But as you can see in Cortex Control right now, all that I'm running is the Corey Wong amplifier for my vocal. That's it. That's what I'm using. Unfortunately, it's on the it's on the right hand side because I'm using one of the inputs. My interface is only 2 inputs currently, so that's kind of annoying. Anyway, let me go back to this one. So, yeah, there we go. So someone was asking to see the mix bus. There's nothing going on. I'm literally just running straight into the interface. There's no gain added to the interface. Remember, there was that huge debate ages ago where everyone was ill-informed about how you're supposed to set levels on interfaces. And in the end, I deleted my video and thought, you know what? I'm just going to just carry on doing it how I always do it. I enjoy it. So anyway, that was that. Lush Tone is one of my fave presets. Yeah, man, I'm very proud of this one. I love it. It's really good. I'm glad too, man. That input gain thing was just, I thought I'd throw my hat in the ring with it just because of my experience being that I'd never had to think about it. I just plugging into my UA interfaces and it worked. And I was just like, why is there such a big debate over this? Obviously, I didn't do my due diligence and do my research. And then that guy came along that obviously knew way more than I did and corrected everybody. So it was a bit embarrassing, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I got rid of the video, accepted that I'd, you know, I was wrong. So it's fine to be wrong. It's good to be wrong. It's good to just hold your hands up and go, you know what? I messed up. Anyway, how do you keep the tone with some bite but not taking heads off like an ice pick? I think that just depends really on, there's a few factors really. I mean, let me just go to this one so you can see, and I'll show you what's going on in the plugin. So in terms of like the way I've got it set up, you can see I'm running the mid and the treble boost, and I've also got a bit of treble and mid boosted in. Let's see what the pedals are doing. There's a lot of treble going on here, but for some reason it works. It's also a good one if you go onto your bridge pickup and you can do like. So, yeah, it works really nicely. What else could I say about it? I mean, the microphones are a little bit off to the side, so it's a little bit duller, and I'm killing that ice pick frequency you were talking about in the EQ here. So what would that be, like 1.5K maybe, something like that? Let's see what happens if I bring that up. So it becomes quite in your face. So back that off. To be honest, this preset, there's a lot of compression happening as well, which will also help get rid of that ice pick attack because, you know, using a compressor, it can kill the transients in a nice way. So it really depends. But also my vintage overdrive in the plugin is good for softening the top end. Like if I go to the sort of tube scream, the modern one, so that's that ice pick you're talking about. Way too much, but it's much softer in the vintage side. So yeah, let's have a look what we got. Oh, sorry. Oh, the Sterling. People keep asking me yesterday as well, and I'm really like grateful for all the questions on it. It's coming out in October. Literally just finalizing all the details now. So yeah, it'll be here in October. You should be able to get it in most stores. Like if you're in the UK, like place like Anderton's, I'm assuming like Guitar maybe because they stock Music Man stuff. I'm not sure about Sterling. And then US, Sweetwater, I guess, maybe Guitar Center. I'm not sure, but basically it's available from October, so that's cool. We got some more questions here. Yeah, I just wanted to come on and, first of all, show off my little streaming template that I've made because I think it's really cool. And it took me all day because I'm really not good with all this stuff. So I'm glad that I got that far with it. But also hang out, chat to you guys, hang in the chat and mess around with my plugin, show off some of the sounds. So yeah, let's have a look. What else we got going on questions wise? What up? Yeah, hey man, when isolated. Hope you're good. Are you excited for the Ghost of Tsushima? Yes, I am. I played the first. Well, it's Ghost of Yotei. I'm not sure how you say it, but Tsushima was sick. Played that. To be honest, after I finished it, it kind of got a bit boring because it kind of just felt like you were just running around to camps and killing people. It wasn't really that fun. Whereas the new one, I think, is going to be really good. I'm playing Silk Song at the minute, so I've been churning my way through that. It's actually loving it. It's harder than I expected, but in a good way. And I love hard games, so. Okay, we're out of tune. I restrung my guitar for all those who were in chat yesterday. My strings were dead, so I decided to restring it. It's in standard today with 9s because I thought, why not? It's because I'm rehearsing some stuff coming up, and it's in standard tuning, and I wanted it to be slinky, so I put 9s on. I'm a weakling. Let's get a little drone going, shall we? can get lost in them. Bit of ground hum. Go back to the chat. Hey, sup chat. I'm in Brighton. I live in Brighton, not London. But London's not that far. It's like a train ride away. It's not that far. Let's see. I'm on Logic Pro. I'm not actually using Logic for this. The interface I've got is a Universal Audio Arrow, which is the little bus-powered, USB-C powered interface for home. It would be nice to have a couple more mic inputs so that I didn't have to juggle this situation between the Quad Cortex and my plugin. But it's cool. It works, and you don't need to plug it into mains, which is nice. It powers off your laptop, so that's good. Favorite cab? Well, first of all, I saw a question about the Thal amp thing. I haven't tried that. I've seen it. I've seen a few people using it. Buster's Thal amp. Yeah, no, I haven't tried it. Be cool to try it though. What else we got? I hope you're doing great. Thanks for the stream. Yes, no worries, Chris. I hope you're good. My guitar store adventures at Anderton's. Yeah, it's been a while. You know, times change. You know, things happen or whatever. And I go up every now and again, to be fair. Like, I go and hang out, and you'll see me in the videos every now and again, and then I get skinned alive for saying I don't like BC Rich. Which, you know, it was kind of an irritating thing, really, because like I said that I liked the guitar and I liked playing it and I enjoyed playing it, played good, but it weighed a ton. I'm just not into that kind of shape. I saw someone in chat asking me about, you know, why do you not like extreme guitar shapes? It's not that I don't like extreme guitar shapes, just for me, most comfortable around Strat shapes and Telly shapes. I mean, Les Pauls as well, but mainly Strat and Telly shapes. I really, really like a good, like, modern Telly shape. That's one of my favorites. So yeah, I'm not against doing like a V or an Explorer, but I just don't think they suit me very well. I'm a big guy. Usually those guitars look a lot bigger than they are. But also, I've got a Dime guitar. I've got the Dime Dean ML Tribute, the Brazilian Sunburst one, which is really cool. But yeah, generally, you know, I feel that I need a more traditional shape that suits me, to be honest. So yeah. Do I have a favorite from Soft Boss? That's a really hard one. Probably one of my favorites was Gascoigne, because it really teaches you how to play Bloodborne, teaches you how to play the game. Like, if you don't get past that, you're just going to suck at the whole game. That was really good. Lady Maria was really good. Orphan of Kos. I don't know. There's so many good bosses. I'm trying to think. Like, Margit was good. I thought it was a really good fight. I'm getting a bit lost with it now. To be honest, be Sekiro. I think one of my favorite fights in Sekiro was probably the Guardian Ape. That was just a ridiculous fight. And then when you thought you'd killed him, you didn't. And I spent a long time on that. Really, really got to me. But actually, the best fight, or the one where you feel like an absolute god, is Ishin Sword Saint. If you can do that, you know. I went back to playing Sekiro after like a couple of years, and I played through it from start and just was a boss at it, because once you learn the system, it doesn't go away. And then I got through to Ishin and nearly first tried him, died in the third phase. And I was like, tried my luck, didn't happen. So, but yeah, that is an incredible fight. Your Hawk picks were great. Yeah, they were cool, man. I must admit, I really enjoyed them, but they were just a little bit expensive and hard to get a big supply for tours. And to be honest, once I discovered the flow pick, that changed everything. Trying Max's John Petrucci Majesty flow pick, the 2mm one, and then when I got chatting with Dunlop and they wanted to make a pick, doing the 1mm was just like the one. I'm a big fan. Absolutely love this pick. My search stopped there when I got this pick. My favorite chord right this second. I really like this one. it's an A something. I have no theory. So that's the flat 7. That's the major third in the above octave, and the 4th, and the 5th. So the flat 7, major third, 4th, 5th. Someone with theory knowledge in chat, tell me what that chord is, because I have no idea. This. Hi everyone. I'm just going to adjust the ISO on my camera too. Oh, there you go. Let's dial in something else, shall we? Let's dial in something else. Where's my chat box? I want it here. There we go. Sorry guys. Still getting used to this. Right. What bands am I listening to at the moment? I'm not really. Kind of just sift through Spotify, Discover and stuff. I must admit, I liked the new Bad Omens song, except for the last minute of it. I thought it was cool. It's very epic. Lots of reverb on the vocal, but it's a surefire winner when you've got a really emotional guitar, piano motif, and then you've got this really soft vocal with loads of reverb. It's so cinematic. It just kind of gets you in the feel. So I quite liked that. Is it Kublai Khan? Absolute Filth. And Chambers I just discovered recently. I think they're called Chambers. Absolutely disgusting. So yeah, I've been listening to a bit of that. But to be honest, I find songs that I like and just jump around in Spotify to see what I like. So let's default this, starting from scratch. What we got? My hair isn't waterproof, no. Right, let's chuck that cab on. I mean, one of my go-to things to do is crunch amp, probably mid boost, gain up, drop the depth a bit. I haven't heard the new Thornhill stuff actually. I'll check it out. Definitely. Well, we could do that on stream actually. Could do that on stream. But I'm just dialing in quick tone here. So yeah, super simple. I'll do that a bit. Yeah. I think it sounds really good. Or you can go heavier with it as well. So this is something that I like to do. So with the heavy amp, I turn that off. You just got straight in. This is the heavy. So what I'll do, I'll just drop the output a touch. I like to pull the tight knob back so it gets thick. You're letting in way more low end into the preamp. And then what I like to do is I like to go to the tube screamer and pull the low end out there. just like the way it sounds like that. It's good. It's good fun. You can boost the master a bit to get a little more of a wide open sound. Yeah, man, I'm a big fan of the design of the plugin. Still, you know, like, one of the fun things about making the plugin is obviously you can make it look however you want. And why would you make it look like a normal amplifier? It just seems boring when you could do anything you want. And of course, being a big fan of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and all the rest of it, and the Berserk reference as well, as you can see here. And then, of course, this is Anolondo, the room with the painted world that you can get to. And then this is obviously Bloodborne. So it's really, really good fun to experiment with all that stuff. Okay, new strings again. Sorry, guys. How's the stream looking and sounding? Can you confirm for me? Someone's saying that the vocal is too quiet. Let's check it. Let me have a look. I'll boost it a touch. There we go. Is that a little better? Hopefully so. Yep. Where's my chat? Yeah, the Anolondo reference. It's so when you on Dark Souls 1, when you're in the room where you can enter the painted world, the reflection in the center there, that is the room that they designed in, which is sick. Favorite warm-up exercises, songs. So I don't really do like normal warm-ups. I think one thing that I'll do is I'll just do like a I'll just do the classic chromatic runs up and down. And then I'll just mindlessly do some legato. That kind of volume wasn't all the way off. I'll do that as well. Generally speaking, yeah, and really anything that requires, I might do a bit of that. You know, that kind of stuff, just to warm up. Whatever. Just generally things that limber you up in all different ways. Depends on what I'm doing. Like when I was doing the frog leap stuff, I was doing more chugging warming up so that my arm would stay nice and loose. With vower, it's kind of just a mix of, you know, whatever really, because it's vower is not necessarily technically challenging, but it's more just remembering specific parts and stuff like that. The high gain amp is the Kraken. Yeah, it's modified. Both the crunch and the high gain amp are, from my plugin, are my actual personal Kraken amplifiers. But we added the tight knob, which is completely unique. It's got a presence knob. The cool thing is we modeled both the EL34 and the 6L6 amps so that you can switch between them. So that's really nice that you have the choice. They do sound quite different. Like, I always use the EL34, but 6L6 is way more aggressive. Whereas I quite like the 34. It's a bit warmer for me. I prefer that. I don't remember the last time I played that. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I don't remember when the last time I did that was. Let me quickly just double check something here. Top chat. It should be live chat. Sorry, guys. Yeah, White Dove. It's been a while. Go back to the... There we go. So, where's my chat? There we go. I was relearning parts of that track the other day. That's cool. Yeah, people keep asking about the Dorje stuff. It's like, it was a fun period to write that kind of music. It's just funny how far we change from different periods when we're writing music and jamming and stuff. But I really enjoyed writing solos and doing that kind of thing in Dorje. It was really fun to do the kind of solo, take a big lead solo kind of thing in the songs. Doesn't really fit in the other bands that I've been in since, but it's good fun. The vocal is still quite low. It's probably because I'm not talking into it enough. Sorry, guys. I'll get this right. We're still working on it. We're still working. Okay, bit more of this, bit more of this. Check. Let me do that. Check. Hopefully that's good. It certainly sounds louder in my room, so hopefully it's louder. Those licks are always fun. It's like a symmetrical kind of thing. So you do like... So you could do from 12, you could do 12, 15, 17. Wait, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 18. 12, 15, 18. So like fours. And then you go back down. Done. It's a lick that I do that lick all the time in different note combinations, like different notes, but it just sounds really cool. And you can also skip the string and do more of a diminished. Anyway, it's only quiet compared to the guitar, but I'm not complaining about loud guitar. Yeah, we should never complain about loud guitar. Anyway, let's move on to, let's play around with some other stuff. My favorite, the thing that makes this so much fun. I mean, it's never not fun to play with this thing. It's so sick. How cool is that? Something else that I discovered the other day, which is really funny, is that you can because the synth works based on pitch, right? It's like a tuner. So basically what happens is, imagine there's a really fast tuner in there. It reads the pitch. It then triggers the oscillators, and that's how you get the synthesis, right? When that logic, I was like, anything that makes a pitch will essentially trigger the oscillators. So if I go to the settings here, I did this by accident the other day. It's hilarious. And then I configure the microphone to go in. Check this out. Okay. Let me turn it down for a sec. I'll do that again. Hi. So obviously your voice makes a pitch. Let's just mess with this a bit more. I'm gonna chuck the arpeggiator on, see what happens. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. But as you could hear, it's monophonic, or technically paraphonic, in the sense that you have two oscillators that you can harmonize. So I'll turn the arpeggiator off for a sec, bring it back up. And I can change that to... How mad is that though, that you can sing into it and create some crazy... It was really cracking me up the other day. So I thought I'd share that with you. Let's try out some of the new X presets that I made. What's this one called? Spice. I know what this is from. So yeah, that's a good bit of fun. Low gain. Let's go back to lush tone, because it's always a good laugh. Yeah, it's a great plugin, guys. Like, obviously it's mine, so I'm going to be biased about how good it is and how much fun it is to use. But I still think it's like one of the more versatile ones, because, like, being real for a sec, it's like you've got 3 amps. You've basically got a Fender Twin, then a Kraken that does like a Marshall JCM and a 5150. So you've got your 3 amps that way. You got fuzz and octave and compressor and overdrive and all that cool stuff. And then the synth is the thing that really like takes it, you know, because you just have this extra element of sound design that you don't normally get. And I think it's so much fun. Obviously Neural make amazing plugins across the board, and so many of them are useful for different things, but I always come back to mine as like, which you should do, I suppose, because, you know, at the end of the day, it's designed around the things I like, but I always come back to mine as my favorite. It has the sounds in it that I really love. So, big fan. Alan Sandu, thank you, sir. Only use VSTs for low volume, but it's really, yours is inspiring. Thank you very much. I do get inspired by it a lot. Someone give me a bit of a Lumo lesson. Okay, there you go. All right, let's try that. First, you need to be in drop tuning. So you need to be in a drop tuning. Obviously, it was played down in drop C, but this guitar's in standard, so let's just pretend that it's in drop D for now. And it depends which bit you're talking about. And again, I haven't played this song for hella long time, but the intro I do know pretty well. First things first, you have to get the delay time right, so, which is not right. It needs to be like that. Oh, there you go. Which is really slow. How do I speed it up? Oh, there you go. Can't remember the actual tempo either, but that should probably do. Maybe it's a little slower. Okay. And then you want a little bit of reverbs. And then a bit of compression. And we just have to make sure that the amp is set right. We're nearly there. It sounds so weird in standard. There's probably too much compression on it there, actually. Without, and maybe a bit of that. That's better. Just a bit more like that. Maybe we chuck the tube screamer on. It's been a while. Oh yeah, I can transpose it down. Bioburden, you legend. Technology, eh? Right, let's try that again. And it is faster than that. Let's try that. So it's one of these weird things that I came up with years ago, and basically what you're doing is where you would normally tap a harmonic 12 frets higher. In other words, 12 frets higher. You want to be on both pickups because you want to get the warmth, the bell-like tone between the neck and the bridge. And then the idea was, rather than doing it that, I was like, if I can slap it with my index finger, and I was always having to put my pick in my mouth, so like, and you just kind of slap it in the area that would be 12 frets higher with the chords, right? So you move the whole thing around. So you've got, and then you go, sorry. So your first chord, second chord, third chord, and then the hardest one to tap, because those high notes are 2 frets away. So it does actually create a little bit. I'm just going to turn the ISO up a little bit there. It's getting dark. There we go. And then it goes up to that. So what's difficult about it is the sort of accurately trying to tap 12 frets higher and get that harmonic tone. But it's not really about it being a super clean harmonic. What you wanted is the percussive element of it. And then like when you do get the harmonics ringing out, it's a really nice feeling. Obviously it works a lot better when the amps are loud in the room because it likes to feed back as well. And interestingly, it works better without compression, as I discovered just then. But again, just to demonstrate. And it doesn't matter if the other strings are ringing out. It's almost a nice thing because you're barring it, and you kind of want to feel like you can hear these notes swimming around in the delay. This one's the hardest one. What I used to find I'd do is I would turn my hand more like that, so I was slapping across the G and the B string, and it never really, it's hard, it's very hard, it's been a long time. I think it's also the transpose is acting weird, but yeah, basically, that's how you do it. So practice the percussive element of it, which is like, let me take off the delay for a sec. You're going. That's the rhythm of it. So yeah, as you see, and then you're moving around. So yeah, A little Lumo tutorial for you there. Unexpected Lumo tutorial. Play a silent, please. Again, you know what's funny? And I will try. I mean, it's been a long time, but you know, you write these tunes and you don't play them for a long time, and it's like there's only so much you can store in the memory banks. But I'll give it a go. It's been a while. Probably completely mess it up. I'm not going to play it. Josh, how you doing? Just going to take off that. There you go. Now I can't remember the next bit. That was it then. Yeah, that's what I mean. You remember the main part of it, and then there's a bit. So sorry, guys, I can't remember the ending. How does it go? Something like that. I should relearn that. It's been a long time, and it's fun. It's really fun to play. It does sound nice in drop D. Someone asked me to do it in baritone. And it also sounds cool in baritone. Kind of just sounds good all over the place. Have I ever attempted recreating any vower presets on archetype Rabea? I love the high feedback in Nihilist first verse with the delay. So good. Thanks, man. Yeah, so obviously most of the vower demos are done with archetype Rabea, and then we go ahead and track them. So I could quickly recreate it. In fact, I think it's even in here. Being user. Oh, wow, there's so many. Sevens Riff, I think it's called. Obviously, we're not in the right... Oh, yeah. That doesn't sound like the right song. Maybe not. So what would it be? And if it's just in standard... We'll just do it like that for now. I don't know if it is or not. But you put it in pre... And it just wants to be 1. And we want to make it a little bit faster. So... And then bring it up a bit like that. Bit of reverb. Maybe something like... Yeah, there you go. And that's how you do it. It's basically just a delay in front with a bunch of reverb. On the recording, on the EP, we had like all sorts of other stuff happening as well, like a rotary Leslie cabinet and tape delay, drum delay, all that kind of stuff. So there was all sorts going on. What's good, guys? Greetings from Croatia. Nice one. I also saw someone say, why are you streaming at the same time as the Apple Live event? I had no idea. I completely forgot. Probably going to announce a new iPhone, aren't they? Who cares about Apple when we have beer? Thanks, man. Thank you for all the donations as well. That's very kind of you. And I'm really glad to see that the stream is going well. I mean, I look a little bit orange in the camera, so I might have to sort that out in future streams. But you know, for the most part, it's going pretty well. As long as it sounds good, everyone's enjoying the tones. What else can we do? Let's make a filthy octave thing. Pretty filthy. I can make it more filthy. Just take that off. Bit of that, bit of this. That's good. Use your plugin on the last 2 tracks. Cheers, man. Cheers, Chris. Have you ever approached making tones differently now with having Joe in the band compared to with Tosca? Well, yeah, obviously it's more part specific now. Before it was well, it's always part specific, but before it was just me on guitar, so you could like mess around, fill out the sonic space. Now we're like choosing me and Joe like naturally move between rhythm and lead and stuff. So yeah, really, it just depends if you're using a rhythm tone or a lead tone, and it really just depends on the part and the section and who's naturally moved to what sort of role. So that's cool. It's definitely a different approach for sure. What's this? You're hired for a pop gig. Clean tones, no IEM, some stage volume allowed. Do you take QC plus F for a cab or an amp? You hired for a pop gig, clean tones, no IEMs. No, I'm going amp. No, if it's just a clean pop gig, I'm going to use monitor wedges. I'm going to use a valve amp with a couple pedals. That's what I'm going to do. Best preset for Nuno stuff. It should have been included in the last update, but I did make a preset called 3 Sides. It should be. So this was my preset designed to do 3 sides to every story stuff. When I was messing around before, so it's not quite as like saturated in gain as like the stuff off Porno Graffiti. I'm so used to tuning to E flat that I. We'll probably give it a touch more gain actually. Yeah, so it's when I was jamming at home, I was trying to get the 3 sides tone. I use your plugin as Tone X. With your plugin, it sounds fizzy. Hearing you setting it up, I wonder why it sounds much rounder. Is it my input gain? Oh, let's not. I'm sorry, dude. Heiko Engel, I am sorry, my friend, but I'm not getting into the discussion of input gain because the last time I did that, someone called me out on the internet and told me I was completely wrong, and they probably were. They were probably right even. So I don't know. I use a universal audio interface. I just plug into it. I don't adjust the input gain, and it is what it is. It sounds the way it sounds. So I'm sorry I can't help you. I am no expert on all that stuff, clearly. So yeah. But this is my extreme tone. What was the old tapping lick? Why is it? Probably better if I'm not transposed like that. It was appalling, but it's good fun, you know. Let's get a little bit more sag. I'm just noodling away. Anyway. Yeah, so let's have a look. I just wanted to come on and have another little mess, get the live stream feeling good. And yes, my plugin will come to Quad Cortex. So yeah, basically, just wanted to come on here, mess around, check that it was all working properly. It's really warm in this room as well. I don't know why. And basically, you know, have a little hangout. What I'd like to do is do some more stuff utilizing Quad Cortex. We can do some more tone building and stuff. And then I just want to check out stuff. I want you guys to show me some stuff. Oh, can you play that crazy delay section? It's not delay. It's let me. I don't know it. I haven't tried to play it. But I know exactly the bit you're talking about. It's that song, Rise. So, and I know that the pattern that he does is. Yeah, so it's a pattern that he's used before. Something like that. I know that it's the same hammer-on pattern that he uses in Midnight Express. This is that exact same one, but instead of going between E, A, D, you're going between the E and the D string. So anyway, yeah, I haven't tried to play it, but I kind of know that it is done that way, so I have a half decent idea of how to do it. But that is basically it. Oh, it's really warm in here. To be honest, the hardest part of that solo is the first part with all the crazy. All that stuff that he does, and anyway. Anyway, sorry guys. Let's have a look. See where I'm at on the old streamage. So we've been going, yeah, just another hour chat. So yeah, basically I've refined this stream, made it so it's a little bit more, you know, visually enjoyable. And yeah, I'd like to do some more streams where we're messing around on like different like go on YouTube and show me some stuff that you think's cool and we can check it out and maybe, transcribe some of it by ear and mess around and that kind of thing, and maybe jam along to some tunes as well. Obviously I love answering questions and hanging out with you guys and doing tones and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I do realize that I titled this live stream making presets and I haven't made a single one. So let's make one really quickly before I leave. So what kind of preset do you guys want me to make? Okay, we got down for really saturated lead. I'm feeling leady. I mean, Octafuzz is fun. Heavy rhythm is fun, but I feel like a saturated lead preset could be cool unless something else comes in. Let's have a look. What we got? When you say Simple Boy preset, what do you mean? Like which part of Simple Boy? Because there's a lot going on there. I guess you could kind of... Oh, that's a great idea, actually. Let's make this the lead sound from Simple Boy. Why don't we do that? Okay, how are we going to do this? I think first things first, I need to hear it. So let's have a look. Very quickly, guys. That's a great shout. All right. Here we go. Let's have a look. Okay, so there's an octave in there. There is what feels like a fuzzy kind of thing. So let's start without the synth. Let's start without the synth and then try and get that kind of fuzzy sound. It almost sounds like there's no cab on there. So I'm going to turn the cab off first. And then I'm going to pull down some highs. I'm going to pull down some highs. Turn on the octave. So it's getting there already. A bit more fuzz. It's that kind of thing, isn't it? what do we think about that? Is that good? Are we getting there? I feel like that sounds pretty close. It's a little bit. I mean, that's pretty close. I mean, you know, without spending ages on it. I mean, that one almost sounds a little more out of control. Like maybe there's more fuzz. I mean, yeah, I'm going to save it there. Save as, and then simple boy lead. I mean, I could spend ages fine tuning that, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, how do I do that? I can locate file, copy, and then can I think I can. Can I do that? Am I allowed? Will it let me? Copy. Oh, I guess I'll have to put it in the video description. So if I go like this, simple boy preset, like this. Why won't it let me? Whoops. It's just an XML file. No, it won't allow it. Okay. Well, okay. I'll tell you what I can do. I can make, sorry guys, I'm doing this for you. New folder. Stream presets. And then in there, do this. Yeah. And then I can go copy Dropbox link. And then Boosh. And I'll put it in the... so that's the preset that I just made. That you can find in Dropbox and download it for yourself if you've got my plugin. And I'll put it in the description as well. Simple boy lead preset. There you go. Yeah, so you guys can keep tweaking it if you want at home, but I thought that's a pretty good place to start. Yeah, sounds really good. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. I've been on for a while, and I just wanted to do another kind of test stream. I guess things to tweak for next time are the fact that I look yellow, which for some reason is the the white balance on my camera, maybe. But also, yeah, let's do this again soon, and we can hang out, and you guys can show me some cool stuff on YouTube or whatever, and we can listen to some tunes, jam out, all that kind of stuff. And basically just hang out and mess about. So with that in mind, this is the end. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to all the people that donated into the chat. That's very kind. Really appreciate it. And I really appreciate everyone hanging out here. Let's do it again soon. And I'll put something on my community page as well. Talking about subjects that we can talk about in the stream and things like that. But yeah, you'll find the link to that preset that I just made in the description of this stream if you refresh, and also it's in the chat, so you can download that preset right now and chuck it in your version of Archetype Rabea if you've got it, and mess around with it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this stream. Thank you all again. And where's the chat? There it is. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'll be a little bit more prepared next time and announce it ahead of time in case you guys want to tune in. But thank you all for hanging out and tuning in anyway. Take it easy, guys. And I will see you all very soon. Tell you what, I'll put the lens cap on.